I'm recently working on a project where, the thing was, this was a WordPress website where they're going to have a form, and that form is going to ask a user for their, or visitor for their name and email address, right? Let me show you the form over here. Let's see. Where did we go? I think it's this one. We have a test page, and obviously the thing is, I mean, we are using Elementor, and this would work with any WordPress or any website you're using. And the one thing we wanted to do is, like, anyone who submits this, the data should go into spreadsheet in Google, on a Google sheet, right? Because out of the box, if you look at it, what Elementor does is it gives you some options, like, it will, let me show you. It's actions after submit, and the options you have out of the box is email, email to, redirect, webhook, MailChimp, Drip, and all these things. Now, most often, what people do is, what they end up doing is they say, hey, let's do a webhook, and then we're going to go to send it to Zapier, and Zapier is going to do and populate this spreadsheet. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. In between, you're adding a middleman, and of course, Zapier is going to ask you for a fee, and depending on how many submits you're getting in a day and in a month, that could actually end up putting you in a very big thing. So what I did here was I created what, and this is something Google Doc does allow you to do, that is, I created a Google spreadsheet, and this is quite easy for you to do. So I'm going to do it here in front of you, and I'm going to call it demo test. Okay, and then the other thing you want to do is, before you start doing it, is you want to know this name field names, right? And so the form fields are name and email. If you look at it here, sorry, let me see, there we go, placeholder, it's name, and the next one is, where is it, email. So what you want to do is, here is, you're going to put in the name and then email, and next what we want to do is, we want to obviously do a submit. Now the other thing you want to do is, you want to go into this place called app script, and you need to put there. Now there are two ways to do it. I'm going to show you both ways, and you pick and choose which one you like. And this is absolutely not the only way to do it, but I'm just showing you two options to get you started, and obviously this code could be updated. This is where I'm going to keep my hang on a second, this is where I keep all my code that you can all use. Let me go to my repository, and then I have Google Apps script. There we go. And then let's take the first one. Okay. And the first one, it's copy the whole thing. I'm on Command A and then copied it. You copy it all over, and let's give it a name. So let's just say demo test 1. And we're going to put demo test 1 as well. I just keep the same name just because it's easier. And then rename this. Now, few things you want to do. If you want an email notification every time someone fills out this form, then obviously you want to set it to true. And the other thing you want to do is, you need to put your email address here, and then you will get an email. But for now, I'm going to just turn it false. And after you've copied and pasted, there's nothing else you need to do. This is quite simple like that. Now, if you have an email, obviously you're going to get an email with all this stuff, right? If you want to get an alert, hey, someone filled out a form, someone is looking for this, or maybe it's someone's asking for a quote, whatever, right? Again, if you wanted an email, you can also ignore this and get an email set up over here where, let me see, buttons, action after submit. You could also do plus email to, and redirect, and or save it into Elementor as well. So there are plenty of plethora of options, and this is one of the reasons why I like WordPress versus out of the box some of the other tools that are out there, because you could be limited. With WordPress you can actually build anything you want on top of that. Anyway, for now we have it. So next you're going to click on this button that says save, and once that's done you want to do this. I believe that's about it. Let's do, then what you're going to do is you're going to click on deploy and click on new deploy over here, and then the select type is going to be web app, and I'm going to call it the same name, test1. Okay, who has access? This needs to be anyone. If you're running it online, this has to be anyone, and click on deploy. And it's doing it, it's doing it, it's doing it. It's going to ask you for authorized access. You're going to give it access, allow. There you go. Now you have this URL. Okay, you copy this, click on copy, don't close it yet. You go to Elementor and then webhook, and this is where you want to put in your webhook copy, that email or the URL, sorry, and then click on update. And let's look at preview changes, and let's put name as Sajid and put Sajid at, sorry, test@test.com. I'm thinking something, saying something. Okay, click on submit. Okay, and let's go to our demo test one, and it hasn't received the update. Oh. Oh, sorry, it did. I forgot. It creates the tab called test form, and there it is, test form. So what this is if your form name was, in my case, my form name was test form, right here. So it's creating a tab called test form. If I change it to test 2, it's going to be do. If you want it, and because this was here, so it's the form name, everything, it's creating the tab. So that's option 1. You could do that way. The second option again is similar to this. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to close this because we don't need this anymore. The second option is, again, we're going to do a new Google spreadsheet, and let's call it demo test 2. Here we need to have those fields created ahead of time, email. Okay, and then we're gonna go to extensions, app script. Now let's go to my GitHub, which I obviously closed. So I'm gonna pause here and quickly open up the GitHub. Open up GitHub, and here is the code for the second option. You're gonna create Control or Command A, Command C. That's copies whole thing. We're going to copy it, paste it in here. We're going to call this project demo test 2. Rename. We're going to save it. Now in this code, this second way approach, it's looking for sheet 1, which is what it is here. Now if you change this name over here, you need to make it change here. So if I were to change it demo test 2, it's going to be here, but for now I'm going to keep it as is. And then in this approach, this one does not send an email. You need to run the initial setup, which is you make sure it's selected and then click on run. What this initial setup does, it basically goes in and grabs the URL and the ID of the spreadsheet. So click on review permissions and click on give permissions, click on allow, and there you go. Once that's done, you click on deploy, new deployment, select type, web app, and then this one is demo test 2. Let's just do whatever you can give any name. I just like to give that. Again, everyone has to have app permissions. Click on deploy. It's gonna take a few seconds. Hang in there. authorize access again. Okay, here's the URL, click on copy, and here we made some changes, so we have to go to actions after submit, a webhook, and delete the whole thing, paste the new link, click on update, and click on preview changes. Let's put Sujit test2 demo test2 at test.com. Click on send, and let's see. Okay, it says submission was successful. There you go, demo test2. Okay, let's just show one more, which is demo 3 sending 3 at test.com. Click on here, and voila, it comes in. Now the other thing I can do is I can create something called timestamp, and if I were to do that, there you go, it get timestamp. Now I can change this, and I can go to format, number, date and time. There you go, it's 9:33 here in the US where I am, and it's recording that timestamp as well. Again, these are just the two steps or two ways for you to get started. What this basically shows you that you can actually bypass Zapier if you're sending anything from your website to a Google spreadsheet, and you really don't need to pay Zapier $20, $30, $40 a month. Again, if you want to spend it, do it, but why add a middleman if something breaks you do not know? And there could be a lot of error loggings that you can actually do. Now, the one thing I want to do before I sign off is, for some reason, say you delete this spreadsheet. As soon as you delete this spreadsheet, it's going to delete the code as well. Okay, so keep that in mind, because that might be important. If you are deleting this spreadsheet, it deletes the app script. As far as I know, there are nothing else that stops you from using this. Take care. Until next time. Bye bye.